A second major field where unsettling new theories emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries was psychology. The most influential and controversial figure in this field was the Viennese physician Sigmund Freud, whose ideas continue to shape modern thought. Freud began as a medical doctor specializing in mental illness, but his innovative therapeutic techniques and his interpretation of dreams led him to develop an entirely new theory about how the human mind works, not the brain, but the mind. Freud's early work focused on hypnosis and the hidden workings of the mind. He observed that patients under hypnosis could recall memories, experiences, and emotions that were inaccessible when they were fully conscious. After expressing these buried thoughts and feelings, many patients experienced a sense of relief. These observations led Freud to conclude that much of human behavior is influenced by unconscious forces, including desires, fears, and ideas that exist outside of our awareness. Combined with his study of dreams, this insight inspired Freud to develop a new theory of the mind, one that challenged traditional views of human behavior and ultimately shocked the world. Freud argued that the human mind is divided into three interacting parts: the id, the ego, and the superego. The conflict among these parts shapes personality and behavior. Freud described the most primitive and instinctive aspect of the psyche as being present from birth. Operating entirely in the unconscious, it contains all of a person's basic drives and impulses, including urges related to survival, pleasure, and aggression. At its center is the libido, which Freud first described as sexual energy, but later expanded to include all life-sustaining and pleasure-seeking motivations, as well as aggressive and destructive impulses. It operates according to the pleasure principle, meaning it seeks immediate satisfaction without considering consequences, social rules, or morality. Because it is impulsive, irrational, and driven entirely by instinct, Freud viewed the id as the most powerful force within the human psyche. The superego is the part of the personality that represents morality, social rules, and personal ideals. According to Freud, it develops as individuals learn the values and expectations of their parents, teachers, religious traditions, and broader culture. The superego serves as an internal moral guide, encouraging people to behave responsibly, follow rules, show self-control, and suppress impulses that society considers unacceptable. It constantly evaluates thoughts and actions according to standards of right and wrong, rewarding proper behavior with feelings of pride and self-respect while producing guilt when those standards are violated. Freud believed that although the superego is essential for social order and ethical behavior, an overly powerful superego can lead to excessive guilt, anxiety, and repression. The ego is the rational and practical component of Freud's model of the mind, serving as a mediator between the competing demands of the id and the superego. While the instinctual drive for immediate gratification seeks to satisfy desires without delay, and the superego insists on moral perfection. The ego operates according to the reality principle, carefully considering the consequences of actions and making decisions that are realistic and socially acceptable. Its role is to find constructive outlets, such as channeling energy into sports, work, creativity, or exercise, while also preventing the superego from generating excessive guilt or anxiety. According to Freud, psychological health depends on the ego's ability to successfully balance these opposing forces, allowing individuals to satisfy their desires in ways that are both responsible and realistic. According to Freud, mental illness arises when the normal balance among the id, ego, and superego breaks down. One common source of psychological distress occurs when the superego becomes excessively powerful, suppressing the id's instincts and desires so completely that these impulses are forced into the unconscious. This repression can create internal tension, anxiety, and emotional conflict, leaving individuals psychologically tied in knots. Mental illness can also develop when the ego is unable to effectively manage the continual struggle between demands for gratification and the superego's moral restrictions. When the ego fails to maintain this balance, emotional and behavioral problems may result. Freud believed that psychotherapy could help resolve these conflicts by bringing unconscious thoughts and desires into conscious awareness. Through techniques such as free association and dream interpretation, patients could uncover hidden sources of anxiety, gain insight into their inner conflicts, and restore greater psychological balance. Freud's theories were as controversial in psychology as Charles Darwin's theory of evolution was in biology because they challenged deeply held assumptions about human nature. Many people found his ideas disturbing because they suggested that individuals were not fully rational or in control of their own behavior. One of the most controversial aspects of Freud's work was his emphasis on sexuality. Although people recognized that sexual behavior existed, discussion of sexual desires was considered improper in Victorian and Edwardian society. Freud argued that sexual energy plays a central role in human motivation, influences much of what people think and do, and begins affecting development in childhood rather than adulthood. He further claimed that many adult psychological problems, or neuroses, could be traced to unresolved conflicts and experiences from childhood. These ideas challenged social norms and moral values of the time, making Freud one of the most criticized and influential thinkers of the modern era. Freud's view of human nature was another reason his theories generated such intense controversy. He argued that beneath the surface of civilized behavior lie powerful primitive instincts and urges that continuously influence human thoughts and actions. According to Freud, people are motivated largely by the desire to seek pleasure and avoid pain, while also harboring aggressive, violent, and antisocial impulses that society requires them to suppress. This perspective challenged the common belief that human beings are primarily rational, moral, and self-controlled. Instead, Freud suggested that much of our behavior is driven by unconscious forces that operate beyond our awareness. To many critics, this view reduced humanity's uniqueness and dignity by portraying people as creatures governed by the same basic instincts found in animals. In that sense, Freud's theory carried implications similar to Darwin's theory of evolution, extending the idea of humanity's connection to the animal world from the physical realm into the workings of the human mind itself. Freud's theories also challenged prevailing ideas about morality and reason. He argued that rational thought and moral behavior are not naturally dominant aspects of human nature, but are instead developed through socialization and cultural expectations. In Freud's view, the superego imposes society's rules and values upon the individual, while the ego works to maintain order and self-control. Beneath these layers, however, lies the source of instinctive desires and impulses that are often irrational and self-centered. As a result, Freud suggested that the human mind is not primarily guided by reason or morality, but by unconscious drives that must be controlled and redirected. This perspective challenged traditional beliefs about human dignity, free will, personal responsibility, sin, and ethics, by implying that much of human behavior originates from forces beyond conscious awareness. For many people, the idea that civilization merely restrains a fundamentally instinct-driven nature was both provocative and deeply unsettling.